Mm-hmm. I wasn't about to not Google it and remind myself. I'm glad you're like me, Nara. I would also be like, I vaguely remember. Quick, let's do a Google search. Doesn't matter how terrible it'll be. Okay. Chapel, bedroom. Bedroom lets me go forward. I was not going to do search. Oh, never mind. Now I have the urge to do it. See, if you were to Google search mine, you wouldn't find anything bad. It would just be a very benign search. You would just get, like, I think Hostess is probably the most common one. Let me see. Which company would you find the version of? Boop. Man, you don't even get the snack. You get the other thing, which will be your next hint. Or you get the alcoholic beverage. I want to keep going. Billiard room lets me keep going. Just gonna try and snake forward here as best I can. And then pick up. Guess I'm gonna get some keys. Boop. I feel like I'm gonna feel silly when I get it. Yes, you will. Where is it? I don't know billiard things well, so I'm gonna be searching for numbers a lot. Where is it? There's... That's a dartboard. I don't know the arrangement of numbers on a dartboard. Kit Kat, zebra cake, snails. Escargot! It's gotta be super obvious when you get there. Super obvious. Boop boop doo doo ba da ba ba da. Where is it? There it is. Ba ba da ba. 6 times 3. There you are, 18. Pop, pop. I refuse to be coddled. Take the win. I don't think Panda actually knows what the word of the day is. Looking at what Cyber's written there, incorrect. Nothing related there. I've got you all in the palm of my hand with this word. Ho-hos, ding-dongs! Nope!
You all remember what to do whenever anyone says the secret word, right? Scream!
That's right! Scream real loud! Snowball was the word. My code check. Ah, hell. I've never heard that. What the hell is a snowball? Well, you could Google Snowball Sex Act to find out. Maybe to an American? Yes, to an American. It's not nice to hear about. Brewhark knows. I'm sure if you use your imagination, you can probably get an inkling. Alright, I want to get my thing, but I also want the security room. But I remember the electronic door wasn't in the security room. So I think I will take my keycard? Like, alright, let me just Control V real fast. There you go. Bing! Urban Dictionary is full of people who've never had sex. That is accurate. Keycard's been returned to you, thank you. Hey, if you would have gotten to the third hint, it would have brought it all together. Snowball is a shaved ice with a scoop of frozen custard on top. What? A snowball is a it is a marshmallow outer layer, a chocolate cake inner layer, and a center of cream. That is a snowball for the snack. The snack cake is like that. That is a snowball, usually with coconut on top. This one has chocolate sprinkles. Once he mentioned the drink, you should have had it. I gave you even extra hints like that, yeah. Alright, got my key back. Yeah, they're usually coconut on the outside, and then marshmallow, and then cake, and then cream. This one is a chocolate version, so no coconut on the outside. And that's because it's from, like, Colombia? Pretty sure it's from Colombia. Yeah, this was actually coffee flavor. It's from Colombia. That's a snowball, not a snowball. I didn't say the word of the day was the actual spelling of the word cake version. Because the final hint was going to be, you make these and you throw them at each other in the winter. I'd be so bad at this game. I'd insist that every room I laid out made aesthetic sense. See, I get kind of fixated on the idea of getting to the antechamber, so my fixation's more on trying to make the rooms get to the back end. Never heard of this sex act, despite being super common. That's weird, but like, it depends on the crowd you hang out with as a kid. Like, that's the kind of thing that got bandied around in high school a lot. Where it's like, that's gross, oh, I bet you're into that. The marshmallow's always kind of weird on them. It's the strange part. That's a good first sense of the game. I'd say stick to that. Yeah, like, that's the goal. Get to the other side. Much like the chicken. My high school is Portuguese. That's true. Like I said, by the time we got to the third hint about throwing these at each other in the winter, you'd be like, oh, snowballs. And then it all comes together, and you're like, oh, okay, I get it. The drawing room. I got my gem, let's do it. That and the legend of Mr. Manson. The fact that I hear Marilyn Manson removed a rib from his rib cage so he can give himself blowjobs, like that kind of stuff. I hear he took out his own eyeball and replaced it with a glass eye. I remember all the Marilyn Manson nonsense from when I was a kid. I've never heard of this act before. Ah. I ran with a rather blue crowd. Just say it's wet, it's white, and you can throw it in someone's face. Or yellow. The rib one was the one you knew around the world? Yeah. The rib one and, like, he took out his own eyeball. That's the one I heard a lot, too. Parlor, the Nook. Nook gets me a key. Parlor is the puzzle, which will get me 2 gems. I'm out of gems. And with the drawing room already going that way, I'm okay, I think. The statement on the white box is true. There is a second wind-up key in this room. This box and the white box are both empty. Well, there is no second wind-up key, so I'm pretty sure I know which box I'm opening. That's one wind-up key. The statement on the white box is true. There's a second wind-up key in this room. So you lied, and you lied. This box and the white box are both empty. That means you're true. That means you're empty. You're empty. And you got gems. Yes. I apologize for a probably fairly regional joke. But that's why we keep on giving hints. Eventually, you would have come to the grim realization that the word of the day was snowball. Actually, I may have made the third hint, like, when problems get out of hand and they kind of compile on top of each other, you could say they are blanking. It's better than that weird goddamn Venom one. Storeroom, guest room, chapel. I like chapel here. It lets me go down and up. Where's the entrance hall? And this is the far right side of the wall. Chapel. You could say they're filled to the brim. Oh, I got a redraw, but I don't want to use it. Like, chapel was kind of an ideal grab for me. That's because the drawing room lets you redraw your first grab in this one. But I don't need it. I have 2 keys. Pantry gets me a little money. The closet. Might just go with 2 items here. Yes, the dice. Alright. I still have my entrance hall going to the left, as long as it doesn't dead-end me over there. I might even say I go do the entrance hall. No, I don't want to waste the footsteps. I'm probably going to save my dice for down there, though, to make sure we can keep going down there. Storeroom gets me 1 of everything. Corridor lets me go straight. Observatory will curve left. +1 little bip-bop. Trying to remember what the book had inside of it. 1 star was the coin. The second one was 2 trunks appended to the main hall. I don't know what trunks on the main hall means, so maybe we'll do this. Just see what it does. Two trunks have been added to the entrance hall. Would help get rid of some of the rooms of the pool. Alright, you already pointed up. A pair of chests. Oh, that's what they mean by trunks. It's like rooms? Like passageways? But no. Chests. Alright. We want to... Alright, maybe I will redraft here. Spare room commissary. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. Yes. Haha, the Nook. Thank you, Nook. We're out. And another key. 39 steps remain. Can always count on that Nook. Spare room lets me go forward a bunch. This will curve to the right. Let's take a spare room. And with 4 keys, I'm not too worried. Storeroom. A security is perfect here. And we have 2 trunks in the main. What? Hey, he looks just like me in real life. What weird pervert shit's on all these tapes from my grandpa's weird security room? What? I'm a fucking child? That room's just filled with butt plugs. He's got cams in all the non-existent bathrooms. That's my new favorite thought about this game. It's just someone walking around like, please God, let this be a bathroom. Please let it be a bathroom. Fuck, none of these choices are bathrooms. Oh, that's a hallway. I gotta take a dump so bad. Come on, next door. Damn it! Please! I'm running out of steps! You shit your pants. Bad end unlocked. No! Huh? What? Whoa. Refresh rate. Too bad this game has pre-rendered cutscenes. I would love a character creator. The fact that you only see your character every once in a while is the perfect kind of game to make an absolute monstrosity of a play character. That's why all the FromSoft games are my favorite experiences, because like you make this weird nightmare. You only see the back of them for the most part. You're usually wearing armor, and then every once in a while they appear in the cutscene, and you're like, oh right, I forgot I made them into a horrible monstrosity. Then you're just waffle stomping in the kitchen. See, the fact that we all know what waffle stomping means, I assumed everyone would also know what snowball means. I thought you all were familiar with the gross sex act known as the snowball. I shouldn't say gross. Maybe someone here enjoys snowballing. No judgment. We don't kink shame around these parts, of course. We got a snowball in the kitchen. Blue memos equal true. Red memos equal lies. Here's our first thing we get to write down. Show me a waffle stomp tasty treat. What's my other note here mean? BS underscore strata 9. I don't remember what I was writing down for that one. I should probably just make a note on this piece of paper that this is for the blueprints. Note this down in your copybooks. Blue memos true. Red memos 4 lies. There you go, our first note. The games grow up so fast. I didn't say waffle stomping was a sex act. I was just saying familiarity with a term like that. I assumed, you know, you're knowledgeable in other things. Snowball is so vanilla, I forgot about it. This is a minor character in Clerks. Ooh, that would have been a good hint. It's only slightly less bad than Christopher. Yeah. It's related to Poop Cup. Did you ever see Super Hobbit's infamous Oblivion character, Purple Sage? I think I have. Pretty sure I've seen that before. A screenshot, not the live action event, though. I guess someone could enjoy watching someone else waffle stomped. The protagonist and narrator, Full Metal Jacket's call sign. I was gonna say, that would be Joker. View estate inventory. Haha. Picked everything up at least. Security doors are doors within the estate that can only be unlocked. Keycard system is operational. The security level determines the amount of keycard security doors that will be deployed in your estate. You should expect to see 1 or 2 security doors with a low setting. Change offline mode. This mode determines the default setting the security doors will be set to if power is lost during a blackout. As a general safety rule, offline mode should be set to unlocked if any staff are working the estate. Unlocked. I do like Full Metal Jacket. It might be... Nah. It's not my favorite Kubrick movie. It's my second favorite Kubrick movie. I'll be a basic bitch and say my favorite is gonna be, The Shining. Just a basic movie bitch over here. What can I say? And we have a security card, so we can get through here. Wait. Oh, I'm locked in! Coffee? The hell kind of... Oh, it's just weirdly shaped. Except for the fact that it's... Oh, weird. Why? Dr. Sleep was phenomenal. I think Mike Flanagan, incredible. He does good work. I love Dr. Sleep. So, if you're looking over here, what I'm fixated by is the fact that we have the geometry for this coffee mug. Coffee pitcher. The geometry is shaded on one side and not on the other, so you just see through it on the inside. Yeah, they didn't bother to make the textures visible on the other side. You watched it without knowing this. It was a sequel. Ah, oh, that must have been really fun. Carafe. Thank you, Bruhar. Yeah, Dr. Sleep was a great movie. Okay, remember, blue is true, which is really easy to remember. Blue is true. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked, and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. So we know the antechamber is going to be locked, and it will require access levers. Might as well make a note of that. Antechamber. Locked. Needs levers. And then the blue one, keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. I didn't need a memo for that. I figured that out just by existing. Effective the first week of December, payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. As your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. Good luck drafting one, loser. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory, where Dexter is currently doing his grim work. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. The terminal password is... unintelligible. Okay. Yeah, the first letter's probably S, but there's also a lot of other characters that are obscured, so it's not worth thinking about too much at the moment. I guess going left makes the most sense, because if we go right, if it curves left or is a... if it goes straight or goes left... sorry, right. Right or straight, we're ruined. It's a dead end. This is the most opportunity for progression, and we only have the one keycard. Boop. Wait, do we get to keep the keycard? Kitchen, food for sale, let's do pantry, because I have no money. I would like money. Oh hell, the keycard stays? Keycards rule. Dark room. Opportunity to earn and spread money. Requires 2 gems, unfortunately. I am out of gems, so I guess we'll place a dark room here. Last time I was in here, I got a key card. So let's not do the dark room yet. We might end up drafting a fuse box, in which case we'll know we can keep everything working in there. Okay. I got 4 keys, baby. Corridor. There's the breaker, but I'm taking the corridor. Straight line. And it has to be unlocked. Gymnasium! Lose 2 steps, though. But I'm close. I'm close to the antechamber. So very close. Oh, Christ, I'm tired. Straight line. So I have 3 keys. Damn, it's turning. Discover less common floor plans while drafting in the library. Items for sale. I mean, gems, so we have to take you. Yeah, every time you go through there, you have to throw a ball, yeah. Haven't written that book yet. Mount Holly Library Book Request Form. In library use only. Books and periodicals requested with this form will be pulled and available the next time you draft the library. Please select one. The Sightseer's Guide to Reddington by Andrew Darrell. Swim, Bird, Swim by Marion Marigold. The Fixed Stars and How to Unfix Them by Richard Whitt. A History of Ordinia by Caleb Manning. EPCW Pump System User Manual, written by a boring man. And Drafting Strategy, Architectural Digest. How to live in your stupid shitty house that changes its layout every day. I think I'll take Drafting Strategy. Please and thank you. Simon P. Jonas. Additional reading. The House Directory is a great resource for information. If you wish to read more about a specific room in your house, press R1 to pull up the directory. Red rooms, shops, green rooms, hallways, bedrooms. Rooms 37 through 46. Where's the orgy room? I want the orgy room, you say. I'm looking for the orgy room. Whoa! Okay. Holy, I wasn't ready for that. Mount Holly Records. Temporal records. Total time 2 hours 7 minutes. Total days 5. The longest day 30 minutes and 7 seconds. 0.9. The average day 23 minutes 52 seconds. I put in a book order for the Architecture's Digest. 152 steps taken. I feel like that's a little low. Keys turn 4. Gems use 13. Puzzles and the records. 2 billiard rooms, 2 dartboards, 5 parlor drafts, 4 parlor solved. It's like these are steps, but they're only taking account of the steps that get me out of rooms. Or I suppose into rooms. Mount Holly scrapbook. My first claim ticket. First item checked. Key card. My favorite floor plans. Can't seem to ever pass up the den. Most drafted den, chapel, parlor. It's almost like rooms that have multiple exits are desirable. I haven't made any contraptions. My stamp collection is woefully incomplete. Maybe one day. I have specifically avoided going to the bathroom. I prefer to do my business in the hallways where the help can find it. Give me those two paper clips. I want to use them for lockpicking. Brace yourself. We're gonna go down a flight of stairs. Well, Cracker Jacks. Forgot to hit the goddamn record button. Son of a bitch. Gonna hit that now. That means you have to download the whole goddamn VOD. Because Twitch is being dumb. There's stupid limit on how long you can have recordings. Alright. Library is done. Come on. Ooh, the foundation. Man, I wish I had a gem. Freezes your accounts. Money and gem amounts will not reset at the end of the day, and they cannot be adjusted or used until tomorrow. I don't think I want to freeze 4 coins and 0 gems. The foundation does not reset each day, though. Interesting. That's because the library lets you draft rare rooms. Foundation will be here all the time. Let me just walk off. Let me fall into the pit, please. That's where we keep the secret mansion. This is the normal mansion. We keep the real mansion underground. Elevator can't reach and that's it? What? No, it has, doors. I can go up and down. God damn it. No! They're turning the wrong way! Alright, gymnasium, there's still hope to get to the antechamber. Really hoping it would turn, curve to the right. Let's see, we're out of keys, we're out of gems. Storeroom lets me get those things. The boudoir? Nah. We'll go left, and there's no way I could ever get to the antechamber with the boudoir right now. Whereas the storeroom gives me keys, which lets me keep going. Same thing with the gems. Want that storeroom. This represents progress. Oh, sure, it's new, but, like, we have plenty more other rooms that we could open up here. If this requires a key, I will not open it. Wait, can I not get up there? Oh, here we go. Doesn't require a key. Alright. Guest bedroom. Courtyard requires a gem. 2 gems. How blue are the princes? Azure? Navy? Royal Zabatsu. We're talking royal. Honestly, a bedroom's not the worst thing to plop down here. Get me 10 more steps. It is a dead end, but I need the steps to backtrack a little bit. If I spend a gem, we get the courtyard, which does let me keep going. It's down, though. It's going in the wrong direction. But I need steps. 28 is getting a little on the low end. From the gymnasium, where I'm going to lose 2 steps, I can try and crack back in the antechamber direction. Yeah, let's take steps. What's this? Draw floor plans leading north more frequently. Oh. You know what I'm going to put in the check room? Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note, thanking you for the weekend. I've been working all week for the weekend, and now we're here. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own dismal, grim, unpleasant personality. Oh wait, you weren't there. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiards room. Oh, I read this one before. We know about the billiards room. It's math. Keycard seems more powerful for check room. Keycard has only been used twice. Ever. Whereas drafting rooms that go north means we could progress. Like, we've had dead end after dead end. Does it let me look at the previous days here? Yes. Like, dead ends, dead ends, dead ends. Well, I guess technically, day 2 was lack of keys. We ran out of keys there. But having north moving rooms means we can keep going. If we run into more doors that require keycards, maybe I'd consider it more important. But north seems good. Exactly, and I set security doors to low. I suppose if we bank security key and we set security doors to high, we only need the security key to get through? That is also an option. But I like the idea of just drafting rooms that go north. No, don't use it yet, or maybe we do use it. Maybe we do use it. I assume we're going to need more keys, though. Let's think about it. I mean, if I can... I have the compass. It's going to let me go north, theoretically. Let's do it. Hallway works. Secret passage requires a gem and lets me travel to another location, but then it dead ends us here, so... hallway. Is it West Wing? Yeah. Doesn't require a key. Courtyard. Hello, box. Nope. Just give me the sledgehammer. From what I understand, security room settings should carry over because it's specifically talking about in the future. It'd be weird to be like, let me run into less things. Now I have a sledgehammer. Shatter padlocks on locked trunks. That's convenient for me. I have multiple trunks in the main room. Let me use the sledgehammer here! Alright, we have 30 steps to get back to the entrance hall, which is going to cost me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's like half my steps to get back down there. Which means we're probably going to try and grab some extra stuff along the way. I know it has a... like, there's other places too. There's the dark room that has 2 doors. I'm more thinking about, if we need keys, which we do, there are 2 chests in the entrance hall waiting for us, and we have a sledgehammer that lets us open. We still also have another door. We have 1 door we could open, 2 doors, 3 doors, 4 doors. It's a pretty good number of doors. I wonder if this one's locked. I will check first. That's what I thought. Once we're this far north, they're locked much more often than that. Hello, Orange. Orange, you glad to see me? I left you there for emergencies. I guess now that I'm going to be passing by, I could pop in here so the lights go off. Oh. Let's draft the dead end one if the door is unlocked. Oh, I don't have gems, so you're this one. Well, that is just a tremendous disappointment. What a waste of the East Wing Hall. Disappointed! I regret that. I regret it. I should have saved this. I forgot we have to draft it in the dark. This one! The furnace. You're more likely to draw red rooms while drafting. This was bad. We got a bad room. Poopies. Alright. Should not have done that. Nice and crispy. Should have saved that for later. Theoretically, I could have drafted the circuit room or whatever it's called, the breaker room. Could have turned on the lights and we could have drafted in not the dark. Skirt. 17. Go this way. Doesn't matter which one. Hello! Where are my chests at? There they are. Bang! Bang! Dice. Gem, gem, gem. No keys, though. That's a bit of a bummer. Alright, we have locked door in the hallway and courtyard, so I need keys. So we're going to be drafting specifically for steps and keys now. I would also take secret passageway. Game over? What are you talking about? There's a door right here. Breaker box, workshop, kitchen. Requires a gem. Workshop lets us combine inventory to create new items. Let's check out the workshop. What can we do in here? Stones cut, penis by hand, and letters wrought. Stones cut by hand and letters wrought to spell our secrets carved from thought. A message read is of 10 lost among the bold words spoken soft. Message. So message is big. I don't remember music stuff. What's the long underscore? Is it like, are we supposed to do stones cut by hand? Or is it stones cut with pause by hand? I'm gonna need someone to record themselves singing this the proper way so I understand how to read it in my head, please. And this is number 8. Well, obviously that's too much for me to, like, take a note of. So how do I take a screenshot? Screenshot. Just in case. Alright, just for you now. Stones cut by hand, and letters wrought, to spell our secrets carved from thought. A message read is often lost among the bold words spoken soft. The note is read, the letter is not. A. The note is read, the letter is not. Stones cut by hand, but without the A in there? The note is read, the letter is not. The letter A is there. Yeah, message is bolds. We have the letter A. The song specifically... Alright, stones cut by hand and letters wrought do spell our secrets carved from thought. A message read is often lost among the bold words spoken soft. The note is read, the letter is not. I found the secret message. Stones do AA the... It's page 8 or something. No, that is not a shovel we can pick up. Stones cut by hand and letters wrought to spell our secrets carved from thought. A message read is often lost among the bold words spoken soft. So message is in bolds. The note is read, the letter is not. I do not know musical notation. But also, I wouldn't expect us to need to know musical notation. That would be a somewhat niche thing for, unless they provided a book or something in the game that's like, this is how you do music notation. The true box does not always contain the prize. See, earlier when I opened the box that didn't have gems, it was because I was like, this box is the right one! Without even paying attention to the words. That one's not lying. Yeah, like, there could be a room that'll explain music notation in this context. So I have a compass, a sledgehammer, and a key card. I don't know... I don't know if I want to combine any of those things at the moment. We'll probably come back if we run out of steps just to see what happens when we do it, though. Do I have a kitchen? I haven't drafted the kitchen yet, huh? That's good. There's a chance I could buy food. North facing sledgehammer. Don't walk past that shovel. Hey! I kept on trying to pick up the shovel, and it kept on going to the note, but I guess you have to click on the center of the shovel. Useful for digging! There were overlapping items. That's the first time it required me to click on a specific part of an object. This bedroom counts as 2 bedrooms. The bunk room. Alright, commissary lets me move, but more importantly, buy shit. Check all rooms. I have 13 steps. We can't do that. Unless we find more steps. Backtracking would just be death. With? Staff notice. Oh yeah, when we're moving around, we'll keep our eyes open. I just mean we can't just, like, start running around. Effective for the first week of December. Payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will managed electronically. We've read this note before. This is in the security room. The commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for inconvenience. I mean, red is a lie, so we don't have to pay attention to that at all. Unless it's like other days. With? Without. Okay. Okay. So, the letter S? But I don't know the context. Arcade game. Dirigiblocks. How do I plug it in? 50% off on day 20 and 21. $3 coins for 10 for a key, son of a bitch! Why do they call it pudding? When it's with the cold pudding without the hot dunes. Eat the dunes? Sale day, it was foretold. It's gotta be headed later. Just like the conclusion of the Patch's questline in Elden Ring. Oh. Oh, everything's hot. Each day a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. What rank am I on? I mean, either of these work for getting me further along. Guess a dining room? There's a possibility of food with the dining room. Pizza! Oh, 20 steps plus an additional 10 if you have a furnace in your house. 30 steps? Hell yeah, have dinner. Today's main course, wood-fired pizza. Summer truffle sauce smothered in fontina cheese. Wild mushrooms and spiced salami. Cooked to perfection with just the right amount of char. Yeah, my god, I love a wood-fired pizza. Delightful. Doesn't look like a wood-fired pizza, but does look delicious. Have dinner. That crust is way too... You finished that pizza! How dare you leave a slice behind? What is that? What is this, season 3 of A Sentence of a Bookworm, and we're leaving food behind for the servants in the church? A Sentence of a Bookworm is really good. I am now fully caught up. I do recommend that one. I'm with you! It's like, don't leave that slice behind. You didn't eat the crust? Come on! Like, I know some people don't eat the crust, but, like, I love crust. Aquarium is every color of room. Got the maid's chamber. Less likely to find items lying around your house? Why would I want less items? Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they are placed in this room instead. Interesting. It's true, not all crust is good. But, like, you would assume that that was good crust? You would assume? It would be really disappointing if you had bad crust on, like, a nice, fancy pizza like that. If I don't have to spend the gem, I don't want to spend the gem. New York-style pizza has some of the worst crust? I mean, disagree? Disagree? Trying to think. I mean, really, the worst crust is going to be rather subjective, but I feel like freezer pizza, like a frozen pizza you buy in the store, that's going to be the worst crust most of the time. It was cheese crust we were talking about last time. We had this conversation before. Yeah, it's stable like irredeemable. Usually New York so you said New York style pizza? If you get a New York style pizza from somewhere, there's a chance it's going to be pretty disappointing, bad crust. But a New York slice typically has really good crust. Not universally true, but I've enjoyed more crusts than not in a New York pizza experience. New York crust is just bread with rogue sauce on it. This man's insane. He has no idea what he's talking about. You've been in California too long. Conference room. Yeah. Like, I'll be the first to admit, if you stuff a crust with cheese, probably gonna enjoy that crust more than not. But I like a nice, springy, chewy, crispy New York-style crust. I will eat the hell out of that. They flutter away in a narrow breeze. Stuffed crust is sacrilege! What's going on, Pix? Some special rooms allow you to spread items throughout your house. When items are spread, I don't want you to keep on putting in quotes. You're making it seem dirty somehow. They're immediately placed in several of the rooms, currently on your estate. However, if you have a conference room, they all go here. Nobody in this chat has ever actually had New York pizza in New York. I have. That's a new take, bad but new. Yeah, like, when you said rogue bread with sauce, I'm like, probably not getting a great slice if you have a saucy crust. Depends on what you mean when you say Chicago pizza. I mean, the first part of your sentence is wrong fundamentally anyway. Like, I'm not one of the people that's like, whoa, deep dish, boo! Like, I've had a good deep dish in Chicago, very much enjoyed it. But that's a very different experience from pizza. Varsity Pizza in Syracuse is some of the best pizza. I've had good pizza all kinds of places. I've had good pizza... Surprisingly, in Boston, I've had some pretty good pizza. I've had good pizza in Chicago, both deep dish and, like, what, pub style. But I'm with Pix here. I would stress that deep dish pizza, despite being called pizza, isn't really pizza? In the sense that, like, if pizza's supposed to be a thin slice of crust, or bread, or dough, whatever you want to say here, with, you know, sauce, cheese, and toppings, a deep dish is more of a casserole. Like, it's a different beast. It's delicious, I like it. Not gonna say it's bad, it's great, but it's not pizza in the traditional sense of, like, what you're looking for when you say pizza. I yearn for it. Just catching up on chat here. Cook's illustrated recipe for deep dish is fantastic. You laminate the dough with butter like 6 times. Oh, sounds nice. Flan, such a good word. Alright, safe code 9083. This is a red memo. Red memos are supposedly lies. I will write down these numbers just in case, but we should not be excited about finding a code because it's probably not true. 9083. Like, we could try rearranging these numbers. I'm liking what Brewhark's doing there. That's thinking. Now that is thinking. Reminder, after a meeting adjourns, take all conference notes and place them in the office safe. Anything else in this room for us? We already talked about spreading items. Spreading them cheeks. Sorry, that's probably why my brain's like, I don't like that they keep on quoting. Boo-boo-doo-boo. Let's see here. Still don't have any keys. The bunk room is 2 rooms, lavatory is a dead end. The patio, spread gems in each green room. That would make me 2 gems, but it also goes to the right, which I'm a little concerned about. But it does make back the gem, and it's not a dead end necessarily. So I do suppose that works for me. Plus, the spread gems are going to be in here. Thanks! That was a nice time to find that. Worst pizza is where it's the chef's take on traditional pizza. You know, shit like using sourdough flatbread and weird sauce instead of tomato or white sauce. Yeah, exactly, the gems went right here. Kinda convenient that we're already here. Is this a dual grill slash smoker? Oh fuck, propane though? I mean, I'm cool with propane. I don't mind propane. Ooh, diggy spots. Buried below, occasionally you may discover small mounds of dirt in certain rooms on the estate. With a shovel, one may be able to excavate these suspicious dig spots. Well, time to do a little excavation. You can spend these in shop rooms. You dug up a few old coins. Oh! That's the magic number for me, though. Pierogi pizza is typically amazing. See, again, I've had, like, sukiyaki pizza in Japan. Incredible. Like, one of the most delicious pizzas I've ever had. And that was definitely not using, like, a normal tomato sauce or a white sauce. And I've made some wacky pizzas at home in my spare time. Pizza is a vehicle for exploration. Not that I will always enjoy a nice, just a normal cheese slice of New York style pizza. Delightful for me. Always excited about that. Wine cellar gets me 3 gems, but it's a dead end. You go the wrong way. Hello there, locksmith. The thing is, I could redraft to try and, like, keep this path I'm on going. But the singular item I need to try and reach the antechamber is keys, and a locksmith lets me buy keys. Trying to remember, I think 10 gets me more than 1 key. We saw the price chart for it when I was in there last. So I'm pretty sure I want a locksmith. That makes the courtyard open up, and then I'm right next to the antechamber. And then I have a reroll for the antechamber. I have 2 chances, 6 potential rooms to get me into the antechamber. Let me just confirm that locksmith prices. Blueprints locksmith. I see you went for the word blueprints. I meant Prince. Thank you. Make it Prince. I just want to know how many they cost. Show me the price chart. Come on, come on, come on. We were in there, and if I remember, 10 got me, it was either 2 or 3 keys. No pictures or anything. Whatever, let's just go in there. Hello, sir. Shit, the prices are different. Lockpick kit, though. If we had one more coin, this would make perfect sense for us. But this is very tempting. I don't know what lockpicking is like in this game. But I don't have to make my mind up this very second. 2 gems, 11 coins, 2 rerolls, no keys. Alright, so we got locked door, locked door. 1 key gets me up here, but we're gonna need another one to get into the antechamber, assuming. Could be a security key, but unknown. So more than 1 key is desirable. 2 is the magic number, really. But a lockpick... Marfling, thank you for that resubscription. I'm glad you're having fun. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. How you doing, Morph? Trying to figure out if we have a way to make a coin. Just 1 coin. Ah, hell. We even lose a coin if we try to walk around. Drawing room. Combine stuff. I already had dinner. Nope. Alright. Why not try a new thing? Lockpick. What's the goal? I've only played the demo for this one. Is there anything like a secret door mechanic where you can force an extra door into a room? Unknown! I played the demo a while back during one of the Next Fest events, and I really enjoyed the demo. This is my first time playing the full game, so I am still learning a lot of things. Banned ingredient for pizza. I mean, personally, I'm not one of those like, ew, pineapple. Like, I've enjoyed pineapple on pizza. I've heard about strawberries on, I would eat it. I would try it. The only things for me that are banned on pizza are like raw onions. I don't care for raw onions on pizza. Grilled onions on pizza, delicious. Don't like raw onions on pizza. And then, of course, like, I'm with Sabatsu and Gasso. I don't want any urine on my pizza. No human shit on my pizza. No plutonium. But, like, the only thing that I really don't want on my pizza would be, like, piles of black olives. No thank you. No raw onions. Even anchovies. Like, I'm not a huge anchovies guy, but I probably wouldn't, like, outlaw it entirely. Don't the raw onions become cooked while in the oven? Depends. Like, I've had pizzas before where they really retain all the, like, cellophane-y raw onion experience, which I am not a fan of. And sometimes you get toppings that are added post-cook. I've had a pizza before. It was a barbecue pizza. Delicious in every way. It was, you know, barbecue chicken on there, a bunch of other fun stuff. But when they took it out, they sprinkled red onions, like uncooked red onions on there. Onions with a nice greasy meat fry up as the pizza cooks and get nice and sweet. Sauce and onions, a fantastic combo. Like, as long as the onions are cooked, I'm into it. I don't like raw onions. Nor do I like piles of black olives on there. Anchovies, I don't order them, but like I would eat a slice. I would try it. Post-cooked anything added is banned. Nah. Like fresh basil added after the cook, like little ribbons of it. Nice. Into it. The question really is, do we buy a singular key, which costs 5, and lets us open the hallway for a potential solution to our problems, or we just open this and see what happens? I think we're just gonna buy the lockpick and see what lockpick does for us. I don't know what special key is. 3 keys would have been it. I'm a little sad I couldn't remember the prices, nor could I find a list online of the prices. Had I known, I would not have drafted this one. If I would have saw 12. Tomatoes are underrated. Depends. I need other ingredients that complement the tomatoes. Surströmming pizza. I don't know what that is. I'm not an olive enjoyer either. Yeah. Alright, let's take a lockpick and see what it does for us. I'm a little concerned it's going to be like, this works on chests and not doors. If that's the case, I'll be sad. Occasionally be able to open some locked doors. Alright. So it's it's a coin toss. We might be able to open doors. That's good enough for me. It's a chance. It's a chance. Is the Swedish... Oh, right, the fermented fish. Yeah, no thank you. I swear to God, though, if we find a coin because we dig up a hole or something, I'm gonna be pissed. I am cool with potatoes on pizza. Check for dirt. I know, I already dug up something, remember? How do you win or lose in this game? So, this is a roguelike puzzle game. Our goal is to make it to the final room, which we get to, I believe, through the antechamber up here. That upward-facing door is our destination, our goal. And every time we open a door, we draft, like, 3 potential rooms. So we made it all the way up, and we couldn't find a door that went that way. And we have a door that's locked in the courtyard that will get us up here. So depending on if we get lucky or not with my lockpick, we might be able to get into the antechamber. It is a game of puzzles inside of puzzles. So, like, the game itself is kind of a puzzle of placing rooms and trying to anticipate how you might run into a dead end or not, conserving items, you know, roguelike style puzzle stuff. And then each room often has its own puzzles. And there's, like, meta progression puzzles as well, is my understanding. But I have not spoiled anything about the game for myself. So I don't know for sure about any of the meta stuff. Commissary, right, 10 for a key here. That's where the number 10 snuck in. If only we could sell a thing. Don't forget the pictures! I mean, we've looked at a lot of pictures. There's still a lot of pictures. I'm more interested in finding stuff. Alright, back in my main hall here. I can take the parlor through the chapel. I'm gonna lose the rest of my money in there. It's a bummer. They spell out, be sure to drink your Ovaltine. Oh, deep cut to a Christmas story. In the chapel. I've seen that movie just an obscene number of times because they do the stupid marathon on Christmas where it just plays over and over again on endless loop, and my mom insists on keeping it on for the entirety of Christmas. So that's just in the background every Christmas for me, looping endlessly. The sequels are terrible. I have seen them. Furnace is a dead end. That's all dead ends. Trying to decide if I want to, like, swing Yeah, they play it for like a week. Wait, I also have coat check. Crap, how many steps am I on? 29. So, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Good, 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 good. Making sure I can get back to coat check. All right, I lose 2 steps here. Still good. I'm still like within 5 steps of being able to make it back to coat check. It's been a pretty good run here. The real question is, do I roll the dice on my lockpick on this door first? Or do I go straight for the prize? Let's go straight for the prize. It is the same odds either way. Doesn't change anything. Lockpick. Oh. Oh, baby. Look at that. You got some coins. 2 coins. Funny enough, I would have lost a coin coming here and then lost a coin going back. So those 2 coins are a net 0. A safety deposit box key. Oh my. Why is it wavy? Because I have the furnace, and the furnace is increasingly likely that we run into red rooms. Who's caring for these tropical fish? Could be hints in here. The wall people. The help we keep sealed in the walls. Interesting. So reaching the antechamber. Not actually able to get in there anyway. I thought any one of these doors would be accessible if we got to it. There's more to the antechamber than I thought then. The red note said the antechamber's not locked. Yeah, the red notes are lies, so I assumed it would need a key. But I have a lockpick, so I was like, alright, we're okay. We have a 50% chance. But there's no door. Like, that's not locked, that's sealed. %0 chance. Yeah, like... The implication is, if it says it's locked, is not locked, and that's a lie, a locked door. This is not a locked door, this is a wall. Can be spent in shop rooms. 3. For the antechamber. Yeah, but there's no, like, location in this room that would have a lever. That's why I'm saying, like, there is more to this than I anticipated. I assumed when we got into the antechamber, we would find, in this room, a spot that requires a lever. Thus opening the door that gets us to the secret 26th room. Not that we need a lever to open a wall. Don't seem to be able to pick this door. Oh yeah, it's a rotating thing. This door's lock still seems too difficult to lockpick. Alright, can't lockpick you. 22 steps. I should have looked at more fish real fast. But I don't want to waste any more steps. Man, I'm gonna be within like 3 steps of death when I get back to where I'm looking. Just making sure there's no, like, notes in here. I don't think I have the steps for the furnace. We'll math it when we get closer. Well, shouldn't have come back here. Besides, dirt so far has mostly been coins. I don't need those anymore. Can we lockpick this door? Alas. Alright. Therefore, we are out. Out of rooms. I gotta make it back. We lose 2 here. Oofa. $13. 12. 11. Okay. We're past the gymnasium. So, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I get in there with 2 steps left. So I can't go to the furnace. That would cost me 1, 2, 3, 4 steps to do the furnace. Anything else on the way? Nope, just gotta make the coat check. But this was a good day in the mansion. Dead. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5, 4. 5. 4. Oh, I got a couple of steps. Forgot about the bedroom there. That room is essentially free. Four. I think if we would have done the furnace, we would have walked in here on 0? Because the 1, 2, 3, 4 have to go in and out. I feel like we would have passed out as we crossed the thresholds. So still for the best. Alright. Keycard, compass, sledgehammer, shovel, lockpick, vault key. Some nice things here. Trying to remember if we've seen a vault. We didn't have the steps required to make it back to a room with a vault. Huh. Like, lockpick is one that I'm interested in. Compass is good, but compass is no longer as... Compass was what I wanted when the expectation was we get there and we get into the room and we can start learning about the room. We don't know how to access the room yet. So compass is not quite as important. It'll be very nice later on. I wish we can coat check more things. Sledgehammer's nice, but not that important. Shovel's nice, but not that important. The vault key is kind of interesting. If we find the vaults, having the key would be nice. Especially because we had to dig up the key. But I don't remember seeing a vault. I've seen things that have key combination, like, you know, boop, 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 nothing with So I think lockpick might be the winner by default, or keycard. But we did set security to limit the number of keycards we run into. The keycard's not quite as important. And in theory, we know how to get it. So I think, lockpick. Lockpick seems nice. You can retrieve this item at any day you have a coat check in your house. Alright. That's a pretty good day right there. Pretty good day. Was there a room that had a vault in it that I could reach? Guess I could just walk until I run out of footsteps. I can't remember if there's a penalty for falling asleep while still in the house. I think we just leave automatically when we run out of steps. Boop. No. I remember seeing one vault, but it had a combination on it. And it was deeper in the house. Chapel Observatory. Here you go, all the pictures you could possibly want to look at. Look at them all. So many pictures. No, you just said pictures. I'm giving you pictures. I can make it back to the entrance hall. I can walk outside with my last step. You've used all your shoes and must now call it a day. You've pushed yourself to the very edge of exhaustion and must now return to your campsite to get rest. You continue your search tomorrow, however, the house might be a little bit different. This time, the house is on fire. That was a hell of a day. A hell of a day, I say. Well, I must investigate why my phone's yelling at me. Save and continue.